So hello, and today I am speaking with Padraig Conway. He is one of the 6 InterAction artists. InterAction is a digital theatre programme in conjunction with Galway 2020 and Galway Theatre Festival. And we have Padraig joining us today to talk about his work in progress. So first off, Padraig, I just want to ask you, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your previous works?
Okay, my background is as a visual artist. I've done some work back as far as 1994 during the Galway Arts Festival. The work is shown in the Galway Arts Festival poster 1995. And then I travelled a bit, but I returned to education about 12 years ago. But I've completed a master's degree in fine art printmaking and fine art. And I've had a particular focus on megalithic art during that time, and as a result of that, then I followed the work of Malevich because of his non-objective approach and suprematist approach, trying to give a contemporary language to megalithic art. And from that, then I discovered the work Victory Over the Sun, which was first shown in St. Petersburg in 1913. And over the years, I've collated a lot of research. So this is a great opportunity for me to put it together with the Galway Theatre Festival and InterAction and try and visualize a lot of this work. I also had a particular interest in Lissitzky's interpretation of the work in Figuren in 1923. He was a disciple of Malevich's, and he did a puppet version of it and completed a series of illustrations in the Figuren brochure. So I've been producing the scratch work based on let's say constructivist, suprematist, futurist, cubist, a collection of artistic movements, and focusing particularly on Lissitzky's kind of technical approach and bringing that into 3D. And at the moment I'm working with 3ds Max. I have worked previously with AutoCAD, so this is an opportunity for me to animate a lot of the characters that I've designed in 3D.
So right now, the work in progress is called Victory Over the Sun, or Figuren, and it's laid out kind of over 4 videos. So could you just tell us a little bit about how you went about making those videos for this work in progress?
Well, I had a lot of the research done. I had a certain body of 3D figures designed. As a printmaker, I was focusing on the aesthetic there, focusing on the original drawings that Malevich had produced, the sets, and also incorporating elements of Lissitzky's work, Figuren. At this stage, I've transferred a lot of that from the AutoCAD format into 3ds Max and animating it. And as part of this project, we had hoped to maybe work with traditional theatre practices with the O'Donoghue Centre and other people in the InterAction group. But as it turned out with the COVID-19, I have collated all the research that I've done and some simple animations into these scratches and have incorporated a lot of sound. And as it turned out, the music and the language and the translation and the libretto of the opera has kind of almost led me, has led the visual side of it, where I started with the visual aspect of it, but as I got more and more into it, the language and the musicality of the opera and the broader context of the opera has kind of led to this work, which is not quite what I anticipated, but that's the way it goes, you know.
Yeah, so that leads me to kind of my final question, which is, how has it been adapting your work and working through COVID-19?
Well, I'm a work on my own, so this isolation is not anything unusual, because you're focusing on the work in hand, and possibly you're in something of a vacuum anyway. But I've had to adapt the work in terms of using a collage of sound and music from previous productions. So I hope nobody is going to be terribly put out. I've credited them, but I hope they're not put out. But under the circumstances, it's very hard to try and read the libretto and make sound and music at this point. But that's where it's at the minute anyway. So
your work in progress has just gone live today. It is available on InterAction.jpg/Padraig Conway. It's called Victory Over the Sun, Figuren. It's free for all to view, and it's through YouTube videos that you can view that work. You can follow us on social media at Galway Theatre Festival. That's on our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And thanks so much for speaking to me today, Padraig. We'll chat to you again soon.
Okay, thank you.